live here many years and speak only English, I'm sorry guys, you're in Mexico. You should really try harder.
Welcome to my channel. I'm Salwa, a Moroccan woman who grew up in Belgium and started living life on my own terms when I moved to New York City at the age of 20. Since then, I've spent over 2 decades traveling the world, exploring more than 40 countries solo, and funding my adventures by working online. This channel is all about helping you learn how to travel the world and work remotely, just like I do. Whether you're dreaming of becoming a digital nomad or simply want to explore life differently, you are in the right place. And if you want to take it further, check out my other channel for practical tips on earning an online income and building a life of freedom. Welcome.
Hi Yulia!
Hello Salwa.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. So today I would love to ask you to tell me a little bit about yourself. So where are you from and how long you lived in Mexico and what motivated you to come here?
Well, I'm from Ukraine. I have 9 years living here in Mexico in Mazatlan. All 9 years in Mazatlan. I really fell in love with Mazatlan. And it was a love story. I work on the cruise ship, Princess Cruises. That's where I met my first husband. Well, that's a very long love story. And that's how I came to Mazatlan.
And he was from Mazatlan.
Yes, he was from Mazatlan, exactly. So I came for vacations. I spent 2 weeks here and I was like, I wanna be here, go to the beach, drink nice beer, eat shrimps, and see sunsets every day.
If you ever felt unsafe in Mexico, and what kind of precautions do you take to ensure your safety here in Mexico?
I think Mazatlan is quite small city, so it's not like Mexico City, it's huge, you should take care of yourself that much. Of course, like general precautions, like I don't walk at night, like after 10 o'clock, I don't like to walk on the streets. So I think I would feel safer in Canada, like at 10, 12 at night, but I'm not a night person. So during the day, early morning, I feel quite safe. Of course, there are some places where you don't go, like in any city, any country. So you're like, hey, don't go there. Like you don't need to go there. I feel quite safe. I don't see what I should be scared of.
Yeah, I'm asking this question because a lot of people who want to move to Mexico, especially Sinaloa, are worried about safety. So they want to hear firsthand from a local how you feel. And so for you, there's no difference than living in another country or even Ukraine? Or what's the difference for you?
Well, Ukraine, I feel a bit safer because it's my home country, my hometown. I know it's the best. So since I was a child, I grew up. So probably even in the most dangerous places, I would feel okay because I was born there. Here, I should be a little bit precautious still because I'm a foreign person. So I should filter where I go and what time. What that would be like the best advice. When I just moved there, Culiacan has its own like fame. I investigated a lot and I found out that it's very safe. Like there are a lot of hundreds of cruise ships coming here during all year. Like passengers are taken care of. We have a lot of people like volunteers that taking care of tourism. People that move here also, if they stay in tourist areas and all like living areas, I think that's totally safe. They can be here. Mexican people are quite welcoming. They're helping you. They're guiding you. So I don't see any issue unless you are being rude or you're looking for troubles. If not, if you are like a calm person, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, all good.
What do you think are the biggest misconceptions people have about Mexico?
Well, usually people know about Mexico like from American movies. It's like all in yellow color and like guys running with guns and like all the action, you know. And you actually scared even to cross or fly in here before you investigate. So no yellow color, nobody's running. It's quite a modern country. It has all infrastructure that you need. It has hospitals. It has Walmart, Sam's, and all the shopping and H&M, like all kinds of stores you can imagine. It's quite safe. It has very good medicine, very nice hospitals and doctors and dentists you can imagine. So go ahead, check it. It's safe. It's good. Probably people imagine people drinking, like Mexicans drinking tequila and wearing big hats.
Sombrero.
I didn't see any person wearing a big sombrero. Usually it's some American in a big sombrero, which is totally fine. That's cool, no? But nobody's wearing sombrero. We don't drink that much tequila. Actually, we drink more coffee than tequila. Probably beer because it's really hot in some places. Yeah, Pacifico rules in Mazatlan. So it's safe. It has everything you need. You can wear your flip-flops all year. Probably that's the best part. Yeah. No,
I like the sombrero part. That's true. So my next question is, what cultural difference have been the most challenging for you compared to Ukraine, and how have you been adjusting to this new culture?
Well, first, shoes. Like shoes. Like nobody take off shoes when they come into the house.
Yeah, no.
No shoes. That was crazy for me. Like I was like, where I should take off shoes? Here? No, not here either. Oh my God, you don't take off shoes at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that rainy here, so it's always warm, and we don't take off shoes.
Yeah.
Like we always have them on. And in Ukraine, if you come, you should take off shoes always. Doesn't matter what weather.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my mom would get really angry if I don't. So
yeah, it's crazy. Morocco's the same. I didn't know Ukraine they would do that.
Yeah. We just take care. We're like Japanese but Ukrainians. Yeah, but in Mexico, it's like
dirty shoes. They walk in the house.
Yeah, it's like comfortable. You always have your shoes on. Second, well, people are very open. Sometimes they're too open as for our culture. It's really nice, but we are not used to like hug everybody. Or it was a funny story when first time I was in Mazatlan and went to eat tacos. Like everybody want to try tacos. I got into the tacos place and I sit to the table, and then other like family came and they sit beside me, and I was like, hey, that's my table. But I didn't want to be rude. I didn't know the culture, but I thought, why they sit on my table? And then the guy say, hey, can you give me the salsa? And I was like, and he's asking me to give him a salsa. So in Mexico, everybody feel like a big family.
Right.
It's okay to share your table. It's okay to share your space. It's okay to go on the street and ask something and like be in communication with everybody, like if we are all big family.
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, we have like a lot of space, like people more close. As the climate is cold, like we are more into ourselves.
Yeah.
Here it's all open. It took me some time to adjust, and with the time I started to like it. I started to like have my shoes on. I started to like eat tacos with like 20 people around and asking them to give me guacamole. So it's kind of fun. You feel loved, you feel in the community, and that's I think what expats are looking for. They come, they want to feel this unity, this community, this support, so it's worth it.
The friendliness.
Yeah, the friendliness.
And it took you how long, do you remember, before you adjusted to that?
1 year for sure.
After a year.
1 year, I felt myself very rude when I didn't like something, and I try like to calm down, just observe, just see how it works, and I didn't want to like have some big expectations or something or judge. Like I really wanted to be part of the community. I still don't like banda music. Sorry. Yeah, for me it's hard. I'm like more rock girl. I like my space, but I respect that. Every culture has its own thing, so we must respect that.
Yeah.
That's it.
So let's talk about the cost of living. A lot of expats come here because it is more affordable to live here rather to live in Canada or the US, for example. In your case, from Ukraine, do you feel like this country being affordable contribute to your overall happiness and well-being in Mexico?
I think in Canada and US it's really expensive.
Yeah.
They're really nice countries, but the cost of living it's really high, and even for local people it's quite hard sometimes. So many come to look for this affordability here in Mazatlan, in Mexico in general. For local people it's not easy. Like for Mexicans it's not easy. If you don't have connections, it's not easy to find a good paid job. So some Mexicans have few jobs. I'm from Ukraine, so for example, In Ukraine, it's affordable. It's very similar to Mexico. The economy is very similar. So I'm a young person. I'm not retired. I need to look for a job. Yeah. So I come here. I don't have savings. I was like, okay, I learned Spanish. I have English. I need to look for a job. I have few jobs that I work. I don't have only one job. So I have a coffee shop. I'm a photographer, I'm a painter, so I always look for extra incomes. I feel like with one is not enough. I think when you come to Mexico, you should have a very nice plan. You cannot just come and look for opportunity. Like you should really come with a nice plan. For people who are retired, I think it's an excellent opportunity. It's really, life is really affordable. You can, with your pension, you can go to the restaurants, you can go to the beach, you can have seafood fresh for very nice price. You still can find nice rentals, if probably not oceanfront, but you can really find nice places. It's worth it if you're retired, really recommend it. For young people, I would really recommend to think about very nice, strong plan. It's possible. You can have a really great life here. My decision was why to live in Mexico, not in Canada or US, for my lifestyle. I thought about living in Canada once and I really loved it, but Mexico gives me this flexibility. And I do yoga, I can take painting classes, dancing classes, all kinds of classes or courses, which I think would be much harder to have if I live in first world country. So it depends on the lifestyle.
Because of the price, you mean?
Exactly. And time you should put into work. I think if you want to live nicely in United States or Canada, work really observe all your time. So Mexico can give you this flexibility and have more things you can enjoy. Maybe you're not gonna be a millionaire, but you can go and surf every day. So you look. Yeah, it's like
pick your battle.
Exactly, pick your battles. That's a good one.
So what are your long-term plans? Do you see yourself living in Mexico, or do you see yourself moving back to Ukraine? What are they?
Well, definitely Mexico. Definitely. I'm in love with Mexico. It's not perfect, but it's amazing. It's really nice, welcoming country. And 9 years already, and I'm going to continue living here. I want Mazatlan become my new home. I really want to grow my children here. I think it's really great place actually for having kids.
Really?
Like you can take your kid to the beach all year long.
Yeah,
so what can be better?
That's true.
They have great schools and it's like a lot of art and opportunities here. So I think yes.
And it's growing.
Yeah, it's growing.
So this question is, I think, very important to me. As someone who lived in Mexico for 9 years, what would be your advice for someone new who wants to move to Mexico?
I think don't have very high expectations. Don't expect that everybody is gonna solve your problems, even though people are really open to help. I think that you should really learn about the culture first. It's very different. You should learn it and see if you're okay with it. If there is something that's really bothering you, you should think about it before you move. I think the best advice is travel all Mexico. All the places that you like, that you might consider to live here. Don't come here right away, move in with all your baggage. Don't do that. You probably not gonna like it, or maybe not this city but another one, but moving with all your stuff is hard. So I think the best is come, be a tourist, enjoy it, make it as an adventure. Get involved with people, see which place is the best, suits you the best. And if you decide on some place and it doesn't work for you, don't be scared to move to another one. Don't get stuck if you're not happy. Don't do that. Mexico, it's not for everybody, but it's totally worth it. And of course, number one, start to learn Spanish. It will really help you. Spanish, it's all. If you have Spanish, if you're open to people, you're gonna have so many friends. You're gonna have all these opportunities.
How long did it take you to learn Spanish?
I think it took me about 2 years. Before I started to actually communicate nicely, started to have friends. first 2 years I was really struggling with having communication. I know English though, it helped me, but still I really wanted to make local people as friends. When I started to talk, I was so happy. Of course I learned bad words. Like, first you learn bad words, yeah, like pinche, all this kind of thing. It's funny. And don't be scared learning Spanish and talking wrong.
Yeah.
Mexicans are so nice. They're gonna encourage you. They're gonna help you. That's a good part. They're gonna be happy that you're trying to speak their language. So in reverse, just try and keep trying. Say 3 words in Spanish and 5 words in English. We're still gonna get you, no worries. But go for it. That's the best part. People who live here many years and speak only English, I'm sorry guys, you're in Mexico. You should really try harder. It's hard. Life is not easy, but it's worth it. Spanish is great, so go for it.
And then you can expand your circle by speaking Spanish.
So that's how gonna make your life easier. So that's when you're gonna have a good prices. So people not gonna take you as a tourist. You wanna have a gringo price? Speak Spanish. That's the question. That's a big help.